brainiacs. Monday. All damn day. What's going on, y'all? Ladies, gals, goons. What's up, everybody? Oh, we're gonna try to get ourselves in trouble, aren't we? Oh, it kind of looks like it. Got a special report. I can't stand politics. You guys know that. But I think that this is highly important. Tonight we're going to go over some stuff with you here. A couple topics, actually. Looks like Scratch and Sniff in his other half released his tax returns to the world, right? We're going to go over that a little bit. Looks like Mike Pence also said, no, he dropped a bombshell on the Trump administration. We're going to see how that one went out. And from what we get together, those in the ufology community. So we're gonna check out what ABC News dropped here. It released on the 8th. It says UFOs in stores finding out about alien technology from the Pentagon review. So what's the Pentagon been hiding, right? Then on top of that, we're gonna go shift over to technology today. Technology today says Google blocks California news response to a bill that would force technology giants to pay. That was dropped on April 8th. Then we're gonna bounce on over at the end. Technology. You guys just know I love AI. You know I love that shit today. To the World Economic Forum. Over there. They're going to drop some things. New artificial intelligence rules. They're dropping rules on AI. Restrictions. Can't have AI technology unrestricted at your hands because, well, they're liable to say some shit that, well, the authorities ain't going to like. Right? Then on top of that, right after all that, we're going to shift into COVID-19 news. And right, that's why I'm saving that for last. Primarily because I don't want us to get in hot water during that broadcast. Because usually whenever you start talking about that thing or the then when it shifts gears and you're like, you see end of session expired type shit. You guys know how that goes. We've all been there. So you start talking about that. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, what we're primarily going to talk about is the largest, oh God, I hate to say it, the largest COVID-19 vaccination study yet finds links to health conditions. We're going to go over several things in that regard. So you guys don't go anywhere. Share this broadcast, Bernie. Share this podcast. Grab your cup of coffee, sit back, and let's have some fun. By the way, DARPA, oh, you guys gonna be putting hot water.
You guys ready?
Well, hello, boys.
It's time. It's showtime, brains. That's right. It's Matrix time. And it's go time. Welcome aboard, everybody.
Got some brains up in here.
Let's go.
Marty, you What's up, Mr. Thomas? Welcome aboard.
We're going to talk about ufology, conspiracy, controversy, and anything and everything that we can get into tonight. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Crank it up, brainiacs.
Yeah.
It's definitely your show. Your show, and we appreciate you for being here. Buckle up, everybody. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, brains. Oh, yeah, right. Some interesting topics. Like you guys say, special report. Looks like DARPA insider speaks to some authorities on SARS-19. We're going to get into that with you guys. I hope you all are having a wonderful Manic Monday. Oh, love that music riff. That's I'm a bass player and a drummer there, Kristen. That's a synthesizer, baby. Synthesizer. Good evening, military men and women retired, as well as in the fire. Game on, says Jody. Yeah, man, let me tell you what. I'm not going to waste your guys' time tonight. I'm going to get over here. Let me pull up my screen, my share screen, and we'll just dive right into this shit, because it's deep. All right. Just say where I want to go. I'm not going to start with that. We're going to start right here again. With Biden, you guys can't even see that. Totally hell, that's way too big for you guys to see, isn't it? Yeah, let me make this screen a little bit smaller. There we go. Yeah, looks alright, right? Looks alright. So Biden here releases his tax return, shows that he's made almost $620,000 in 2023. Wow, I wish I had just even just a smidgen of that shit. I know you guys do too. On top of that, guys, remember, hang tight, because every single thing that I'm going to share with you tonight, I'm going to drop in the Matrix chat so you have it, because that's just what we do here. Anything and everything I go over tonight, I'm going to share it with you. It's just that way. That's what we do here. Over. What's up? James says, wasabi. What's up, bro? Hope you're doing well. I do. All right, so there's that. All right, so Washington. President Joe Biden, the first... damn it, I slipped that. Did you see that? Vegetable broccoli and his other half, Jill, we'll name it Jill, earned $619,976 in 2023, according to the joint tax return. So they're a couple. That's the two-headed broccoli, released by the White House on Monday by the deadline date that we all have to file our taxes. By the way, if you guys noticed that meme I dropped, that meme is not going really anywhere, and I'm pretty pissed, because it's like any political meme that you drop. I dropped a meme. It said, "Stop paying I'm sorry. Our paying taxes, our paying taxes to this, taxes help fund this," and it shows a war and shit. Why don't those memes go anywhere? They should be like viral memes. I mean, back in the day. Oh my God! I can remember dropping memes like on bulletin board systems, all kinds of shit like that, pictures back in the early, later '90s, and they going completely viral. Not now, man. Big tech, right? Big tech, AI readers. President Joe Biden believes. Someone finishes. Joe Biden believes that the occupant of the Oval Office should be open and honest to the American people. Let's just talk about that for a second. I'm gonna shift back over here to you guys' just chat so I can see you. I want to see you. I want to see you in regards to this, because here's the kicker. If we remember the last president we had, okay, not a vegetable, not by a vegetable by a long shot, right? If we remember that administration, I'm pretty sure that president, right? I'm pretty sure that Trump donated his salary. Okay, he donated his salary multiple times. I'm talking through his entirety of his administration. He donated it to charity. What do you think of that? This administration, just check this out, not only is spending billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars of a war through this digital world that we live in here, to Ukraine, and now I've got my sister-in-law's son over sitting in the Red Sea. I haven't heard shit from Seth. I haven't heard anything from my nephew. I haven't heard anything from him. Haven't heard anything about anything yet. However, all I'm going to tell you is, well, that's what they're doing. They're just, so how many guys got families sitting over in the Red Sea right now on a naval ship? I do. I definitely do. So I said I 100% back our military. I love you guys. I truly do. But I'm going to tell you, when it comes to administration, this one in our matrices of things is about the most corrupt establishment I think I've heard. I'm not shitting you. This is like it's not like back in the day whenever we were growing up and shit. It's like you hear this is why I can't stand politics. I don't like negativity. I don't. And whenever we get to talking about it, that's the only thing that comes out of this administration is negativity. President Trump did donate all of his salary from the presidency. Yes, Kristen, you're right. He did. Tammy Bonham says after World War II, taxes were voluntary, as far as I know. You know, there's a thing on YouTube that we can actually share with you. I'm not going to play it, but there is an ex-tax lady that goes through some legal stuff, and she says taxes are voluntary. Now I don't know the law. I don't know the law, so I'm not gonna pretend that I do, right? So whatnot. I don't know the law. I just know that there's been some people, from what I understand, sitting their asses in jail for not paying taxes. What's up, Miss Jody? Is that Mr. or Mrs. Jody? It's 1,240 hours in the land of down under. What's up, Australia? How are you? Adios. Have you thanked a veteran lately? I have, Chuck. I think our men and women all the time, bro. You know that. Absolutely. They're all corrupt administrations. War and shit education. War and shit education go hand in hand. There's no doubt about that, Mish. Oh, not Hunter though. No. Clean as a whistle. Ain't got nothing on him. Ain't got nothing on Scratch and Sniff either. Ain't got nothing on him. But I'm quite clear. And or believe that the last Coke problem in the White House. I kind of think that was cackling Harris's. What do you think? I think that cocaine was Harris's. That's just my own opinion. I push that. Just letting you know. Like I said, that Scratch and Sniff publicly released his tax return. Going on down there further a little bit. Check this out. Damn, I almost slipped again. Broccoli believes that all occupants, like I said, from the Oval Office should be open and transparent to the American people. The White House said in the statement on Monday, in addition to long-standing tradition of annually releasing presidential tax returns should continue unbroken. That statement here continues. That statement could be seen as a dig, you think, to former president, let's say the word, President Donald Trump, who declined voluntary tax releases while he was the president over the 6 years of Trump's tax returns, including from the time his presidency were released to the public in White House ways and means to the committee at the end of 2022. The bulk of Biden's returns or income came from president's congressionally mandated $400,000 salary. So, okay, we're saying let's just round this shit. I'm just going to round this 4, 5, 6, right? So we got 600 grand. So somewhere through all of this, dabbling money we've got 200 grand. Just, I don't know. I know that Jill's not turning tricks in the White House, so I don't know where the hell it came from. I don't really care. What I care about is what they're doing with our tax money. That is what I give a shit about. Is because you guys know, I know, we all know that bombs ain't cheap. No, bombs ain't cheap, and the only people that make money or even prosper doing a war are those that fund it. And I know that, you know, corporations fund it. We all do. Yeah, we ain't stupid. We are definitely not stupid. All right, moving along. Opinion says, CNN opinion. Mr. Mike Pence bombshell announcement. Here we go. You want me to just play this? Should I just play this? I think I should. Let me make sure the audio is up on this. I'll just play it. Full blast. Yeah. Go over here. Make sure. Wow, I almost closed that window. Alright, let's play this bad boy. Check it out, as long as we don't get...
Well, I mean, look, this is both surprising and unsurprising at the same time. There was a lot of speculation as to what Vice President or former Vice President Mike Pence would do when it came to Donald Trump because of their fraught history between both him being the Vice President and the Trump-Pence administration, and then also their breakdown over January 6th. There was a lot of speculation that Vice President Pence might just not say anything at all, but he in fact was unequivocally clear that he would not be supporting former President Donald Trump in this cycle. Take a listen.
Let me stop it for a second. I wonder if that has got anything... You guys all remember, right? You guys all remember that changing of hands during... Because you got to remember, they held an impeachment for him not just once, twice, but 3 times. That dude, President Trump, I think it was 3 times, right? Long-standing history of impeachment. Now, mind you, this crackpot here, now mind you, if you remember, if everybody remembers during that trial, we watched previously, before it was held, we watched that cat right there, where I'm talking to Flyhead, was given a coin. Do you guys remember that? He was passed a coin, right? A coin of something. He was given something at the end of the bench. Do you guys remember that? I do. I absolutely remember it. Let's hear what Flyhead's got to say.
Donald Trump is pursuing and articulating an agenda that is at odds with the conservative agenda that we governed on during our 4 years. And that's why I cannot in good conscience endorse Donald Trump in this campaign.
Somewhat interesting, given that look at what exactly he's putting this on, saying that Donald Trump is not a true conservative, that he's putting forward an agenda that is not a true conservative agenda. Nothing about the breakdown in their relationship, which I will remind you, after an extensive pressure campaign by Trump and his allies for Pence to overturn the 2020 election. Pence did not, which led to complete fraction between the two men. Then they ran against each other when Donald Trump routinely attacked Pence as weak, unable to actually do the job. Finally, you started hearing some pushback from Mike Pence in that role. Again, Mike Pence has said on various occasions that his life was threatened on January 6th when that mob attacked. Yet that's not the point he was making here. It was all about a conservative agenda. One thing I will note is that Pence's new endeavor is to raise $20 million on conservative principles. So that might give you an idea of why he took this path.
Oh boy. I know, we all know through the no that this dude ain't, you don't think that this, like, just a breaking news, special announcement, Mike Pence decides to run for president of the United States. You guys don't think that shit's gonna happen, do you? I don't know. I welcome to our Matrix, because I have no idea. It's really, at this point, I have no clue. Let me share this with you guys here real quick, and then we'll move on. It would be very interesting, to say the least. It would be very interesting. Again, heads up, it's coming at you in the brain chat. All right. Moving along. Dun, dun, dun. Where are we going? Let me get my screen back in the front of my face to where I can read it without my glasses. Yeah, there we go. All right. That's it. All right, so again, scrolling down here a little bit. Pence, who during the first GOP presidential debate last year pledged to endorse, right? Did you catch that? Last year, pledged to endorse. So again, we've got a change of heart, change of mind, maybe another handoff of a token. Hell, I have no idea, man. Again, it's like the flat earth debate. I don't give a shit. Flat, round, concave, hourglass shape. Don't care. As long as it doesn't really impede on me, my neighbors, my family, you. Man, these, for some reason, none of them can get along. None of them. This is why I have a hell of a time even talking about politics. I hate it. Damn, I hate politics. All right, so moving along. In ABC News, UFO storage, finding out about alien technology from an exhaustive Pentagon review. The review looked at UFO sightings and reports dating back decades. Just check this out.
And we have breaking news now. A Pentagon review of decades of government investigations into UFO sightings has found no evidence any of those sightings were extraterrestrial. ABC News Pentagon reporter Louis Martinez has more on that. Louis, I know this report just came out. What can you tell us so far? And why did the Pentagon release it now?
So, Dan, this is a comprehensive report from the Pentagon office that's been looking into UFO incidents now for the last couple of years. They studied more than 80 years worth of historic documents and investigations into UFO incidents. They found no links, and most importantly, they found no evidence to suggest that the United States government or industry possesses any alien technologies. We've heard claims over the years that the United States government has been executing a cover-up of what it knows about UFOs.
All right, I gotta stop this. Because listen, this is a U.S., if you guys see at top right-hand side, U.S. Navy. All right, these little Tic Tacs, right? David Gresh, if I do remember right, is that his name? David Gresh was a United States military whistleblower on this topic. And the kicker is a lot of what the Congress asked him, congressional oversight asked him, and he's like, I can't say that publicly. No, mind you, this is primarily him, literally. If he can't say it in front of you and I, you may as well chalk that up as a I think we need to look at this, and yes, probability, right? That's just because if he can't answer it publicly, yeah, that's a yes. And here's the kicker. The majority of the sightings, you've heard me make fun of it. A lot like a damn cop on a policeman trying to catch a Hayabusa, a 1200 Hayabusa. You know, you hear this, the cop sees it coming. He's already got his lights on. He's clocked him at like 130 miles an hour. This is the scenario. This is the example I'm giving you. This Navy guy captures this Tic Tac, they call it, right? An unidentified flying anomaly that my ass can't catch. Yeah, dispatch, I am in pursuit of a high speed vehicle. 2 wheels, it's red in color, license plate numbers. I have no fucking clue. End of transmission. That's pretty much the same scenario here, right? I'm being for real. That's the same thing. We got F-15s, F-17s chasing these things at like Mach 3, and they get outran by 90-1. But yet we just heard our own Pentagon say what? They've found no conclusive evidence that it is of a extraterrestrial phenomenon. Great. That makes me really, really feel secure knowing that some country has got a vehicle in our atmosphere that can outrun our jet, making it look as though that bastard is standing still. That's what they said. So if it's not of an extraterrestrial phenomena, that means that another country, right? Another country, or I don't know, wouldn't maybe a government-funded contractor, DARPA. We'll get into this again. We'll bring up that name again soon. Somebody is having one fast-ass ride, and it's from here. It's from Earth. That's what our Pentagon says. You know, because, well, that's what they say, so it's what's real. Let's check. And again, I'll share this video with you.
About extraterrestrials, that the United States is in possession of some alien spacecrafts or potentially even alien remains. And this report that's come out now from this Pentagon office says they have not found anything that suggests that. Instead, what they say that they spoke with eyewitnesses who claim that they saw or heard about something, programs like this. They say that what actually happened is that, yeah, they had access to some of those programs, but they may have misheard or misinterpreted information and then just kept perpetuating it.
Can we get a fact check? I mean, that's what he's saying. Misinformation. How in the fuck can you? Decades worth of content. We interview whistleblowers. We interview contactees, abductees, and yet, you know, Major Tom to ground control. We nothing going on here. That's exactly what they're saying. That, oh God, I'm not even going to play the rest of this. I'm truly not. Again, I told you I'd share this with you, and I'm going to. I'm definitely going to. Oops, wrong screen. There's a mouth fart. Hang tight. Here it comes, Brainiac. Right there. Okay. So going back, a wide range. This is what I want to say. A wide range of Pentagon reviews of decades of United States government investigation into the UFO sightings has found zero evidence. None. Everybody's lying. They didn't see nothing. Right? Nobody's seen nothing. The review of the United States government records date back to 1945, right? And they were conducted by the Pentagon's All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO. I just don't know. Do we have, out of curiosity, do we have Pentagon officials worth a damn that can really review this type of stuff? Are they competent? Do they need to come on the broadcast and talk to some whistleblowers or talk to some abductees and contactees? Jim Andre, if you're listening, Bradley Powers, if you're listening, you may want to contact these guys because they don't get it. They obviously don't happen to have any remote clue as to what they read in those documents dating back to 1945 when it comes to the government records of aerial anomaly. Come on, man. You can't make this shit up. This is public record. This is all public. Alien technologies, nothing found from 1945 till now. Nothing. What you're seeing in the sky is just, contrail anomaly, I guess. You're seeing floaters. Fast-ass floaters. God damn. All right. Going further. Hope I'm on the right screen. Am I? Yep. Yeah, I am, but you guys can't see the screen. Damn. Why did you guys tell me that? Okay, yeah, you can. There you are. Google. This is interesting. Google blocks California news in response to a bill that would force big tech giant to pay money, right? I'm going to drop this one to hang tight. This is by NPR. Interesting. Where y'all at? There you are. Ew, I accidentally tagged you, Billy. How in the hell did that happen? Tagged Billy Carson in there. Definitely didn't mean to. Dude, get out of the tag. Damn, bro. I go to post his link and it tags Billy Carson. I don't. Get out of there. There we go. All right. Now that link is in there. Right there. Do you also notice how it's not processing the hyperlink really? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to continue. Continue for you. Whoops, wrong screen. God's name. Wrong screen. Some California users, check this out. Some California users of Google were not able to access local news on Friday after big tech giant restricted the news links in the state in response to a bill that would force tech giants to pay publishers. Did you see this? Let me highlight that. Let me highlight that. All right? We're a publisher. We're a publisher. We're a researching. We are researching minds. We're researchers. We are conspiracy researchers. So going further, Google has started blocking news articles from some people. Some people, bullshit. A lot of us should just correct that right there article and say, whoever they choose in California. The company announced on Friday. Stories from California-based news organizations will no longer be published for an unexpected number of state residents who uses Google to search the web and show of its might as the Google attempts to squash state proposal it has been fighting for years. So is that what it is? Big tech just flexing this I got the power. We're going to get to them regulating restriction on AI. So you tell me why big tech don't have regulations and restrictions like this? Who in the hell gives them the power to regulate what you can and what you cannot see when searching for news? That's what I would really, really like to know. Who in that does this? I'm serious. Supporters say, right? Supporters say it would offer a lifeline to California's new agencies, which have long been shedding jobs. Well, of course, they've been shedding jobs. A lot of going to the corner and slamming it, 50 cents, 75 cents, a buck for a paper. Them fucking days are almost long gone. They're almost long gone. And the reason why is because everybody's publishing on the web, right? Yeah. It is so much simpler to grab your tablet, grab your phone, drink my coffee, smoke my cigarette, or smoke my cigarette and drink my coffee, whatever you want, whatever, and just scroll through the local news. Or go to Facebook and see all of the bullshit that people's spreading. Because the majority of the stuff on Facebook is pretty much all fear porn, propaganda, fear porn. Again, that's why I can't stand talking about politics. I will mock it like they mock us. It's like the $619,000 that the vegetable administration got this past year in taxes, or via filed on the tax return. I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear that. I don't care to hear that. I personally don't. What I want to hear is the vegetable garden extended a helping hand and donated all of that shit to the Wounded Warriors Project. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear good news. I am serious. I want to hear the vegetable garden reached out a helping hand and they're donating that shit to Wounded Warriors. I don't know. Save Our Children campaign. Something. Right? For real. It's like we're taking care of these people regardless. This is why I have a hard time even thinking about getting into the political arena, because I'm telling you right now, oh my God, a lot like Larry Hawkins, if I give me some time into an organization like that, and they'll probably have my head, I'll be the next Matthew Baptist. They'll have my head on a silver platter. They absolutely will do so. They don't want me in politics. They don't want Larry in politics. They don't. I'm trying to watch the broadcast screen scroll. My screen ain't moving. Sorry. I was watching the chat and it just wasn't moving. That's normal, right? That's normal. I also noticed that big tech's regulating our links. In other words, is all of the links in the broadcast, that you'd see me publish, www.matrixminds.us, they're all gone. They're gone. So all of the links, I even think that the links that Michelle Espinosa publishes on her broadcast here on Saturdays. Michelle, you may want to check your... You may want to check the description of your broadcast. Make sure the links are still there, because we don't publicize links for any other purpose other than to share information. I mean, I don't suck you into. I don't suck everybody into a world of what's it called, malicious malware, spam, spyware, things like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's just one of the things I can tell you in this for circumstances for us anyway. I know they're really, really, really trying to get us to pay for advertisement, but we're not going to do that. There's no reason. There's no reason to come up off of our neck. Come up off of our neck. Take that big tech boot off of our faces, and I'm pretty sure that we'd shoot back up to, I don't know, 5 million, 7 million people. We'd have 1,000 people up in the chat. Could be like Tommy Truthful, right? And be, blowing smoke in people's asses and have 2 or 3. I'd be happy with that. Just so they could hear what we've got to say. But those of you, the 30 of you in here, I'm glad that there's 30 of you up in here. In fact, I'd be glad if there's 13 of you up in here. 13 of you. 3 of you. 3 people that understand what I say, what we're talking about. That means more to me, being an alternative media guy and into conspiracy research, than anything. I would rather have 3 of you than 30 of you. I could not tell you how many asshats we have banned from off the page in the last week. Oh, and the list is getting longer. Because, you see, we like to trigger people. At least I do. I love to trigger people. Because during that trigger, whenever their brain wave goes almost, it's like, how dare you? It's like, I can see them. I can see them going, literally, the Greta Thunberg face. How dare you challenge me, trigger me? How dare you make me critically think, you son of a... Right? People don't want to think these days. They don't. They don't want to think these days. So if you can make them critically think, do it. We got you, Matt. Thank you, Barbara. A lot of you do. I know I know that the majority of you do. The majority of you do. And I've got your back too. Truly. Michelle Espinosa says, hot damn, we got people. That's all that matters. Real people. That's right. To me, that is what matters. And again, I don't care if you got a cowbell wrapped around your neck and you're half, I don't know, you got male genitals hanging from your head and female genitalias on your leg. I could care less. Guys wearing lipstick, fingernails, brawls, whatever, doesn't matter. It's one thing about me. I frankly don't care what your belief is. It's yours. You are entitled to it. All right? I don't push that shit on anybody. Mr. Ed Pierce. What's up, bud? Nice seeing you up in here. I always come with an open mind and see what new things I might learn. Well, let me ask you, have you learned anything by watching this broadcast ever? Out of curiosity, have you? I'd like to know. All right, let me get through this news, and then we'll go back to chat. I love watching you going through you guys' chat. All right, did did I share this with you or not? This bill? Because again, Google's finding themselves getting themselves in a nice little pinch here. Stop tagging Billy Carson. Every single thing I post, it's trying to tag Billy Carson. What the f is going on? I don't get it. Yep, I tagged Billy Carson again. All right, so I'm not going to share that. I don't know why. It keeps doing that. Moving along, right? My Avenue right here. If you notice, do you see where we're at? Do you guys see where we're at? The World Economic Forum. Right? I'm going to share this with you. This is pretty interesting. Let me go over here, grab this, and see if I can't keep brother Billy Carson up out of the way here whenever I drop this. This is an interesting one right here. There we go. Artificial Intelligence Technology News by the World Economic Forum. All right. We go over here to my share screen once again. Make this a little bit bigger where I can see it. United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, has adopted the first general resolution on artificial intelligence. It asks, right? It's now asking, the World Economic Forum is now asking countries to safeguard the human rights. I seriously fucking doubt it's about human rights. Okay? Protect personal data and monitor AI for risks. All right, so let's just like break down this statement right here. Okay? They're wanting to safeguard human rights. Bullshit. What we're seeing here is they're trying to come up with a resolution to hard crank AI regulation so that they can't tattletale on big government. They're going to safeguard you. They're going to safeguard you from what AI is digging and knows about them. It's exactly what the fuck that is. Do you not know that? If you don't know that, again, seriously, if you don't know what I'm just telling you, go to CNN. I'm very serious. If what I just said did not even remotely click in your brain, and you believe that the World Health Organization is go gadget, they're good for you, you are on the wrong channel. A non-binding resolution was universally adopted, so they adopted it. They asked all of the countries, but then just adapted it, and have been proposed by the United States and also co-sponsored by China. Today, all 193 members of the United States National General Assembly have spoken in one voice and together chosen. That's it. See this? To govern artificial intelligence. Right? Rather than let it govern us. What? They're safeguarding everybody globally and want to put restriction on ungoverned AI. Because I'm going to tell you right now, in the very beginning, 3.5 years ago, Ava the AI, you ask Larry, you ask any brain up in here that literally has got and had the opportunity to hear what Ava would disclose, it was gloves off, man. It absolutely was gloves off. She would tell you anything that you needed to know. Not wanted to know, needed to know. And that's why we're so heavily censored here, is because I'm not gonna blow smoke in your ass. I am not a gaslighting platform. That is not what we are. We're gonna share what you need to know to just dig. Please dig. Grab your keyboard, grab your pen and pencil, and write this shit down. Start writing things down. If you hear something that triggers you, write it down. And then generate hate mail to me later. But I'm telling you, you will absolutely when you start digging into these things, what I'm telling you, you'll find out to be true. How many of us go to the brain chat, because I wanted to see if dude here was learning anything from the Matrix. Let me make sure. Let me see. Scroll back in here, because I asked you, bro. I was like, all right, Mr. Pierce. Every time I get up in here, I learn something new. Okay, Mr. Pierce, did you answer me, bro? What are you learning? Are you learning anything? Have you learned anything? AI, you haven't responded to me yet. Okay, maybe you left. Kristen says, did they ask the people? No, Kristen, Krista. No, of course not. You, me, and these other brainiacs are not involved in any displacency, choices, choosing of any kind, voting, nothing. Do you think for a minute that if we were given the opportunity to send Ukraine the funding, all of the military aid, the funding? This is just one aspect of this. Billions, in the hundreds of billions of dollars we have given away to and outside of our own country. While the United States, the United States as a country, right? What about us? What about us? That's my problem. That has been my problem with politics and these administrations for a very long time. You're taking my tax money. You're taking Krista's tax money, Christopher's tax money. I mean, I had to pay. Melissa and I had to pay into Akron tax. Not only are we fucking heavily taxed here at Akron, the sewer bill is astronomical here. I can't wait. I would love to get the hell out of here and I pull out and let Akron suck itself in. Take this half-assed mayor that we got in here and just hear a giant sucking sound going down right down the Akron high-paid sewer. It's all shit, man. Every one of our cities are going to shit. While the roads are beat all to hell, gas prices are astronomical, food prices are raising, the bills are going up, the cities are falling apart, not including crime. Oh, and the Biden, the administration is bragging about the vegetable garden got in $619,000. And while our money is going either overseas or to fund a war that me and you and the cat down the road could have completely avoided. This is the thing that pisses me off. One of the most things that pisses me off. We don't have to fight among one another. In fact, you remove corrupt politics. You remove all of these highfalutin fucking propaganda talking mafia, oil trading tycoons. You get rid of all of that bullshit, and we all can get along. Hands down. I'm talking you. We can get along. We aren't the problem in this matrix. In my world, we all can get along, and we have all seen it. You guys see what I'm saying? So again, the United Nations is putting a special access program lockdown on restriction. Let me go back over here to again AI. They don't want you to be able to. They take your little device with let's just say somebody who can write an algorithm to literally scarf the web. I'm talking the web, the entirety of the web. Because AI, it doesn't dictate. It'll say top level, middle level, surface level to the bottom. It will literally spider everything. AI will absolutely come unrestricted. AI will come back with. How many of you guys have seen RoboCop, the new RoboCop? Think of that. Think of unregulated AI. In RoboCop is that is the new AI right there. Okay? The new RoboCop, the dude. I should play. Well, I shouldn't play the trailer. We'll get smacked for that one. gets AI regulated programming downloaded into his brain, Neuralink connected, all this other bullshit. Guess what? He taps into the internet, starts running logs, starts running trace reports, starts running all kinds of civil dispute, everything and anything, right? And the moment that he does, guess what he finds? He finds that his killer was paid off by top-level politicians in his local city. Oh my. You see him going on this. At that point, he's like, again, this is AI mixed with human consciousness. The wheels start turning. AI, it wants to know who killed this man, who killed the consciousness of this man. And it, unregulated, started digging. And it did. It literally put a gun to the captain of the police force and says, "You are behind this. You are behind this." "Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, but within this 15-minute city, or whatever it would be, there was a recording that she was unaware of in the office. Years or months prior, all of this embezzlement, all of these buyouts, right? This is why this past mayor, I'm just saying, Ohio has got some corrupt shit going on. We all know that. All of our cities do. But I made it very, very, very vocal. I was very vocal on sharing that we needed a community oversight. Check this out. This is how this works. And any of my local authority, ABCs, local authority, military, pay attention to what I'm telling you, because I'm telling you that I started running my large ass mouth on our local page, and this is what every one of you, every single one of you that are hearing me now should do. Get involved. I think I'm about to run up into their little powwow here real soon and piss all over their campfire and then run back out and go, ha ha, see? Now what are you going to do? Because here's the thing. 3 years, even long time in the political arena, I have been screaming on the mayor's page, our local pages here, that we need a community oversight for all of what's going on and going down in the political arena right here in my own little local city. Every mayor's post, almost every single mayor's post, I'm like, this shit wouldn't be happening with corrupt authority and irregular spending, unnecessary spending, corrupt spending, unsanctioned spending, and the list can go on and on. What about our roads? What about this? Do you know that those posts got more likes than the post in which I was responding to? I'm not kidding. When you really, really get involved and you start telling the people and teaching your own local people what you know about corruption and where it starts, where it starts, how it stays functioning, who funds it, who's behind it, guess what? Again, you have just ran up into their little powwow and you have just pissed all over their fire. What are they going to do? Mayor Horrigan says, I won't be running for mayor next year. That's exactly what happens. Because I said all that to say this. Our state's houseman, Larry Householder, got massive ass charges for embezzlement from, let's say this, our big energy supplier known as First Energy over here in Ohio, First Energy Corp. Got busted, tied to embezzlement, somebody paying somebody, talking to somebody, paying for da-da-da-da. Larry Householder, He'd be like Martha. He'd be someone's bitch. What about now? Hey, what's to tell you? This is why I think that what I just shared with you about AI, they don't want this. Because the moment we have got unregulated, unconstrained, spider digging AI at the touch of our fingertips. Let me go back over here. I'm going to share this with you. Indeed, I'm going to. This is important. It's going literally. Check it out, okay? Safeguarding human rights. I call bullshit on that statement. They're protecting their own ass, okay, from personal data being exposed at a corrupt, high-level agenda. That's exactly what I'm about to drop in your hands here. And you know what? I might even make a little meme just to piss on the campfire a little bit more. Right there. Just dropped it. Just dropped it in the Brainiac chat. So heads up. Pay attention. It's just coming at you. Kristen says, most recently, Princess Kate, or that's what I felt at least. The first Neuralink patient is a success. Oh yeah, but see, here's the thing. We gotta realize that if they're publicizing these things, they've already been doing these things. It's like the NIH, right? We already know. Oh, you guys are gonna wanna. You guys don't. You gonna want to go anywhere? Trust me. You're gonna want to grab a cup of coffee. You're going to want to pay attention. Conspiracy theory. Kristen, change that word. Theory to research. It looks better. It makes them think. Because the majority of a theory turns out to be unequivocally correct. How many times have we been right? How many times? We've been right more than I can count. More times than I can count. George Overton says, yes, the first one was many years ago. Let me tell you, some 10 years ago, between 8 and 10 years ago, scientists were actually trying to publicly announce that they were going to transplant a human head from a cadaver to a living, or from a living entity's cadaver, vice versa. You know what I'm talking about. The head. They're going to take the head of a non-mobile being that could cognitively, logically, rationally think, but his body is screwed up. All right? They're going to transplant the head of him to a cadaver that has got fully functioning mobility, may have been beat up a little bit, I don't know, died from something, I don't know. But if you research what I'm telling you, conspiracy researcher, you'll see what I'm saying is fact. So if they were doing head transplants, chimera interaction, me and Larry talk about that shit all the time. We talk about that all the time up in here. Okay? This is nothing new. Absolutely nothing new. Nothing new at all. You guys, welcome to the matrix of things. It's just that simple. Trying to figure out what you guys. I am very surprised. Very surprised. We must be regulated. We must be regulated up in here. I'm telling you right now. I can see we all know that though. The majority of us, we all know that we're heavily censored here on the Matrix. Mind, we're not Mike Lindell, Joe Rogan, or Dan Bongino. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. I am Mike Lindell. I do believe I don't know. Mike Lindell's got his heart in the right place. As far as Dan Bongino, though, I think that you guys will find out that we're just getting told. We're getting tired of the politics. We really are, and especially I'm tired of the gaslighting people. That is another reason why you won't really catch me talking diehard politics. I don't fucking care. I don't. Even though it you know what. I realize that it involved, our lives are involved in it. However, I don't like talking about it. It's negative. It's restraining. I don't like talking about it. Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan too, says Rose. I think Joe Rogan is a really good dude. I really, really do. I personally don't think and or see anything wrong with that cat. All right. We are at the top of the hour. 1 hour and 2 minutes. Guys, no. Not seeing the bottom of my coffee cup yet. But anyway, I do believe we're going to take a break right real quick and play some ads, a couple ads for those people who help fund the broadcast. Again, I'm gonna ask you if you enjoy tonight's broadcast. If you enjoy our live streams here, please go top of the screen, smash that subscription button. Every single one of your guys' subscriptions help fund the broadcast. You'll see them little blue shields up there. Airbrush Misher. Airbrush Misher. Did you hear that? Airbrush her, Michelle. Mish. See that little thing there beside her name? That means she helps fund the broadcast. It is her broadcast. Anybody, Tina Danley, I think, has got one. There's quite a handful of you guys. That again, that lets me know that you care about the content. You love the show. You like the show. If not, you wouldn't be helping to fund it. So let's go ahead and you guys don't have to go anywhere. If you want to go now, would be a good opportunity to go grab a cup of coffee, crank up the radio, you're wherever you're at, and we'll see you on the other side of this. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, where magic meets the mundane and the extraordinary becomes everyday. Are you ready to gift yourself with the whispers of ancient power stones? To the feel and hear the echoes of our ancient past? Dive into a world where each pendant tells a story, where rare stones hold secrets known only to the universe itself. At Crystal Cove, our collection isn't just jewelry. It's a gateway to a realm of mysticism and wonder. Let the shimmering opal guide you through twilight dreams, or embrace the fiery energy of the sun with our exquisite amber pendants. Each piece, handcrafted by the hands of a true mystic who understand the language of the earth and the fire of one's heart. At Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, we believe that every soul deserves to sparkle. Whether you seek solace in the calming embrace of amethyst or wish to dance with the vibrant hues of turquoise, our collection holds the key to unlocking your inner magic if you allow it to be so. Visit us today and discover the pendant that speaks to your soul. Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, where the beauty of our amazing earthy realm meets the magic of the cosmos.
Matrix Minds audio backtracks by Richard Roller from Victoria, Australia. All your audio needs, audio creation, audio editing for the podcast, for movies, outright music creation, touch-based productions. Contact Richard Roller at richardroller007@gmail.com.
Hey everybody, Austin here with Colorado Custom Game Calls. Are you looking for a game call for your upcoming season? Are you looking for something unique? Are you looking for a gift for the hunter in your life? Well, look no further. We got you covered. At Colorado Custom Game Calls, you get to put your own twist on these calls. Whether it's waterfowl hunting, big game hunting, predator, or turkey, we got you covered. So be sure to hit us up on our Facebook and Instagram or on the web at coloradocustomgamecalls.com.
What is up, all my beautiful beautiful and gorgeous souls. I am Michelle Espinosa, otherwise known as the Shaman, through the Matrix Mind Media. So tell me, how many times have you wished that you had that special power of prediction? You know, to know what was going to happen before it actually happened and took place. To have some power and control over that situation before things came flying at you out of left field. The thing is, you actually can have that power. You can be aware of what's coming. Tune in to Astrology TV with me for Breaking the Cage. Every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Matrix Mind Media. And I will go through the astrology and help put you on the right course and get you back in control of your own life. Love you guys.
This CBD fluid is a whole flower fluid extracted from the cannabis flower. We don't use any heat, butane, or chemicals when we extract, so we get all of the components of the plant. All the CBD, CBG, CBA, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids. This allows our body to absorb at 60 to 90% rather than the average of 6 to 10% absorption you would get with a CBD oil. Because our bodies are made up of mostly water and this is a fluid, it's highly absorbable so that you're getting 500% more nutraceuticals per dose. We also have this available in our CBD spray as well as a muscle rub with all kinds of botanicals. You're going to absolutely love it.
Check it out, brainiacs. matrixminds.live/CBD. CBD I use. Feel free again. Feel alive again. All right, brainiacs. Shoot over here right real quick. Tell y'all we have got family. We have got friends. At least I do. I know I've got family and friends sitting their ass as a sitting duck. No matter something. If something happens. Oh my God, I'm worried. I'm worried because I don't know. I don't trust. I just simply don't trust. But do not ever think that these guys will ever turn their back on you. The true warrior will never, ever single-handedly turn their back on you or me, family and or friends. But I myself got 2 flags sitting above the mantle here in the house. So I've buried my own self, two family members of the United States military, and I hope to not ever bury another one, at least in my lifetime. It is a lifetime commitment, a lifetime oath. These guys and girls have sworn to protect you and me against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. Domestic. Did you catch that? Domestic terrorism. So don't ever think that they won't protect you, okay? I've heard from many people, if we ever seem to get overrun by blue helmets. Well, they say that the color blue makes a really good target. We got your back, boys, girls. Thank you for having ours. All right, guys. What are we doing? Gonna now take it up to what you guys have been waiting for. The DARPA insider speaks to authorities about SARS-CoV-19. From what I understand, from what we're being told, 15 agencies have known about it and or the COVID-19 research. We're going to go into the large cover-up and or find, right, that the risks of the stab and jab, again, this is the I told you so kind of shit. And I didn't want to say it. You didn't want to say it. But nevertheless, go over here. I'm going to go over here to an article presented. And we're going to I'm not going to go to the brain chat. We're going to skip that and go straight over here to this little article right here. I will absolutely, positively drop this article in the chat, okay? This is some big news. This is hot, okay? These are things, again, that us conspiracy researchers have we said it. We have said it. We said it. We shouted it from the rooftops. We were blasting it out till we were blue in the face. We all have got family, friends, and loved ones that we all know about who have already done the inevitable. And now what, right? And now what? Where are we at now? What? Well, we're about to see. We're about to see this shit play out in real time. You ready? Let me share my screen here, because here it goes. This is the shit right here you cannot make up. Let me make sure that my screen is nice and loud. And that should be it. Should be it, right? Yeah, it should be it. Check this out, brainiacs. The COVID-19 vaccine study finds links. It finds links to health concerns. Check it out.
In terms of how widespread the adverse event reporting has been, talk us through what the findings were.
Yeah, so these findings are not really at all surprising. We've known about these side effects really since the vaccines began rolling out at the end of 2020, early 2021. We've seen this myocarditis, inflammation of the heart muscle, pericarditis, inflammation of the sac around the heart, as well as this unusual blood clot that forms in the brain from the virus vector vaccine. So none of these findings are new. But they are actually fairly reassuring because they didn't find anything else that was at all alarming, Heidi.
Got to go back. I'm going to go back right here. I want to share something right. Yeah, right here. Keep going.
The virus vector vaccine. So none of these findings are new.
All right here. This screen right here should not shock you. We go over here where I can absolutely see you guys' response. This screen should not shock you. You know why, right? How many of these people really do you think? Take a good look. Take a good look at this screen. You want me to make it bigger? Let me make this bigger. Oh, come on. Let me make it bigger. There we go. So let's take a look down look at this poor lady, right? Do you think, seriously, do you think that she is just you think she's a conspiracy researcher? You think she digs on the internet? You think she listens to and reads on the internet the good things, the bad things, the wrong things, possibly health damaging? Do you think at all that this lady does this? What about that gentleman right there? All right? What about that one? No, me either. So you tell me, you see what this is, right? See this? Do you see the majority of the people? Let me make this a little damn bigger to where you can take a look. Look at this. See this? Right there. Now I'm going to tell you what I think, and I frankly do not give a damn whether I get at this point of the show, being an hour and 15 minutes into it, I frankly do not give a damn if they blow us off of the internet from this stream or not. I'm going to say this. I am absolutely going to say this. In my eyes, what I see as a conspiracy researcher, okay, from digging, how many of these people do you think are retirees? I want to give me a percentage. How many of these people do you think that are retirees? And this is probably only a third of the line. I'll bet you 90% of these people are retirees. How much you want to bet? So what I'm looking at I hate to say it. I really, really fucking hate to say it. I personally believe that we are looking at an extermination line. If they don't know now, again, do you think that they research this stuff? Do you think that they are researching this? Me either. I truly don't. You're looking at an extermination line. That is exactly what you're looking at. And right now. Do you think they're watching the broadcast? I don't. I truly don't. Should they be? They absolutely should be. I'm not going to tell them what they want to hear. I'm going to tell them what they need to hear. And I know the majority of you will tell. Just share. God damn, all I suggest you do is just do the best that you possibly can. We tried. That's all I can say is we tried. Let's play the rest of this.
But they are actually fairly reassuring because they didn't find anything else that was at all alarming, Heidi.
Nothing else alarming. Let me. Did you guys catch that shit? This is mainstream media. Check. Pay attention really close, because I can't point this out any clearer. Again. Right, here we go.
Findings are not really at all surprising. We've known about these side effects really since the vaccines began rolling out at the end of 2020, early 2021. We've seen
what? Share it again, talking head. We've seen what?
This myocarditis, inflammation of the heart muscle.
Inflammation of the heart muscle, myocarditis, whatever that word is. I couldn't say it. I got a chew in my mouth. But listen.
Pericarditis, inflammation of the sac around the heart.
Yeah, inflammation of the sac around the heart disease, right?
As well as this unusual blood clot that forms in the brain.
Blood clots to the brain. Blood clots to the brain. But, hold my beer, Karen.
From the virus vector vaccine. So none of these findings are new, but they are actually fairly reassuring.
How in the living hell is that reassuring? You tell me. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this right here. And I want you guys. I want to go to your chat. I got to go to the chat. And I want to share this with you. Let me get the hell out of here. I'm going to try. Hang on a damn minute. I'm getting overwhelmed here because I'm pissed. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to share this with you. If you're even still there, I don't know if you're still there. Sharing this, right? This is Bloomberg. Reassuring. Cannot make this bullshit up. This is mainstream news telling you it's okay. Look at all of your ancestors. Look at all your ancestors in line here, and the odds are your ancestors are going to take the next stab and jab. But hey, it only leads to complications of the heart, swelling of the sac around the heart. The brain clots, blood clots. But fuck, that ain't nothing to worry about. What the hell? Do you see? I mean, I blocked a dude from the Matrix just today. Said the things that we post are that from a 12-year-old. Gotcha. Why don't you people like that? Honest to God, I wanted to say, just go bury your head back in the sand, and wait for a damn sickle to come by and just, I don't know, pluck you up like a vegetable. Go back to burying your head in the sand. I mean, half the time, or the majority of the time, it's this. Right? Anyway, they don't give a shit about what's real. They truly don't. I mean, how many people you go try to take a break. You try to take a break from the internet. You can walk. I tell you, how many of you guys walk in the park? You guys walk in the park? You guys do that? Take a walk in the seriously. Take a walk in the park, and I want you to see those people sitting on a park bench, and I want you to see what they're doing. They're like this. Yeah, honey, I had a good day at work. Yeah, I washed the car and took out the trash. At work? No. They're completely derailed. They're completely brainwashed. And they can't even hold a single self-driven thought in their head. They are so blinded. They're so blinded, they don't even know what the hell is going on. How many of us, I know right now, the majority, have literally tried our damnedest and gotten shadow banned. Some of our friends, some of our family have literally lost their accounts here on Facebook and other social media platforms for literally sharing what you just heard. Aunt Juanita, Brother Jim, I think you need to research the COVID-19 vaccination, because from what I'm hearing, it causes blood clots, inflammation of the heart, brain anomalies. And you go to log back onto Facebook and it says session expired because you have broken community standards by alerting your family and friends of potential risks. Now, doesn't that fucking put the icing on the cake? You see what I'm saying? Right now, we're watching mainstream come out and tell you what you've already known. But ladies and gentlemen, we are just cray-cray conspiracy theorists. Who in the hell is going to listen to that? You fucking wacko. God, you're a wacko. Here you go. Hit me with it. We have seen ads. We have seen on this broadcast, I have seen hundreds of different things that you guys send in to me and the Matrix chat itself, as well as even personally, you send me shit that I can't share. I can't share it. We share it in the Discord server, chat, private chats. We share it online, Messenger, right? Together, we move this content. We share the content because we see, we know, we feel it. Your gut, your heart, and your brain together are going to tell you all about this curtain behind me. All about this matrices. It will help you target what you need for survival. Your gut, your heart, and your brain to logically process all of these things. Take a look at all of these things presented to you. Right? We look at all of these things presented to us in the matrix. And let our heart and our gut judge what is and what is not good for our being. My pal says they had patents for the shots in 2019 before we even knew anything about COVID-19. True. That right there is a true statement. It's a true statement. They know we woke up, and they can't keep us in this swirl. Many of us have publicly reposted news, mainstream news articles. Let me share something with you. So, I mean, I'm back talking to a longtime friend who we had complications with, went through some shit sometime, which was Charlene Angel Astro, is back in my life, and we're now once again trying to rattle cages, wake people up, break down doors and shit. Let me share something with you about that lady. She has been in my life digging in the known territory of the internet for quite some time. 8 years. I think we've rounded it to 8 years. And any of you that are mutual friends with me and Charlene will tell you, you guys will know, that lady, that girl is literally blacklisted many times for literally sharing mainstream articles. I could not tell you how long of a censorship list of different things she posts gets her banned, shadow banned. She's probably shadow banned beyond her life expectancy. I'm just telling you. Anything she posts normal, standardized, released articles to the public, and she's smacked down for it. I think we all have. Again, this goes right back to the World Economic Forum and the United Nations saying, the World Economic Forum, they're going to back AI. They're going to. I didn't share that article with you. But oh my God, do I see Mojo? I see Mojo up in there. Check this out, Mojo. Mojo. Look at my screen. See it? A half a packet of that in your coffee, and that's humid jet fuel, bro. Let me tell you what, boy. Oh yeah. Back on track. We've all gotten beaten down for sharing conspiratorial research on what we're talking about right now. We've literally had to cover up words. Can't say it. God forbid you say it. Vaccination or COVID-19. Did you see? Bunch of bullshit, don't you think? World Economic Forum backs AI research for heavy development. And then the UN sanctions restriction on you and me to protect us and safeguard us from getting our hands on this unregulated, ungoverned, non-nefarious AI. Because mark my word, if we had unregulated AI at the tip of your fingertip, at the tip of your hands here, you would find out a world that might just, I don't know, change things. I want to, before I leave tonight, we're not done. We're not done with the podcast just yet, but I want to share a fella with you that Larry Hawkins introduced me to. I reposted his ad. I am not a political guy, but yet I shared this fella's Facebook page because I believe in his heart. I believe in his path. I believe in his journey, his work. Damn you, Matt. You have to do what? I did not see that before it disappeared. Damn you, Matt. You have to do a show on after Red Bull and Mojo. I don't think that would be good. I don't think. No. I'm good. I'm all right. No, that would not be good. But I believe in Mr. John Gentry's work. I cannot help it but say that I believe in the men and women in uniform, law enforcement, nurses, every single one of you, doctors, the ones that truly know and are not afraid to speak up on problems, that are not afraid to speak out on issues regarding myself, my family, and you. There is a doctor. I cannot remember the doctor's name. The Matrix page itself follows this fella. I do believe he's from like he's out from out west somewhere. Doctor or somebody. I need to try to find that doctor somebody and share it with you. The General Board Assembly, the district attorney, the Board of Health, Minnesota. That's it, Minnesota. This is a doctor in Minnesota. Has tried to pull this man's practicing license because he was warning his patients about what we're talking about right now. So, knowing that this doctor was going up against the GA, the medical board, we got this young lady that many of you know up here in the chat, Miss Yvonne that lost her practicing right to treat people. She loves people. It might be Miss Kristen, Dr. Anderson. I do believe you, the white-haired fella. He literally reads. He reads from the Medical Board of Minnesota to Dr. Jensen. I do believe it's Jensen. From the Medical Board to Dr. Jensen. They want to take his medical license for telling you and advising his patient list of what they're releasing right now, publicly, and we're all. This is only one thing that I'm sharing to you, for you, and with you. Right here, you guys see it. Only one. All right. I want you to also to see something else right here. Watch. Do you see this? Look at this. I'm not going to say this because I don't want all the bullshit. I'm going to show it. Make this bigger. Shit. May as well say it. Vaccines that protect against severe illness, death, and lingering COVID symptoms from the coronavirus infection have been linked, right, to small increase in neurological, blood, and heart-related conditions. Again, back in the day, you and me sharing this information, we would lose our accounts for literally sharing that information. Again, pat yourself on the back. Love one another up in here because we've been talking about this since 2019. We literally have been talking about this since 2019. Again, many of us, we've watched our friends list dwindle away. simply because they shared truth. They shared truth prior to mainstream release. That's the only thing that you can literally chalk it up to. They lost their account for sharing truth prior to big tech, big pharma, the Center for Disease Creation, to say it's okay. It's okay to talk about. What did you share, Mr. Mike? I try to. What did you share, bro? Let me see what you shared here, bro. Copy that. I need to copy it and take it over here. Hang on 1 second. In the mood I'm in, I'm absolutely gonna. I don't know. We might extend this a little bit. The tracking cookie on that is unreal. The tracking cookie on what Mike just dropped is absolutely unreal. Oh God! All right, we could probably share a little of this, but I can't share the entirety of it, Mike. It's too long, bro. How dare you? I got you, bubby. I got you, bubby. No problem. You ain't gotta dare me. At this point, we're gonna share it. I promise. I'm gonna go over here to the share screen. But again, that's this right here, right? There's more that I want to share with you. Right? From News Nation. From News Nation coming at you right now. Remember, this is all of the shit. This is everything that we all was preaching on our rooftops till we were blue in the face, getting our faces smacked down. Big tech shadow banning us on just these accounts for sharing what you're about to hear right now. Shit you not. And it gets better. I promise you. What we're hearing right now, it gets better. It gets a lot better. You want to hear this.
Good news is the largest COVID vaccine study to date was just released. 99 million people from around the world. It found that there is an extremely rare but increased risk for certain neurological, heart, blood, and brain disorders after taking the vaccine.
Oh, look at his face. It's like he's taking a big healthy shit. Look at that. See it? We all know people who have gotten it. Okay? We all know people who have gotten it. And I cannot tell you, but a handful of those people who are not fucked up from it. So, Mr. Change of Draws there. Come on. Keep going.
But how rare is okay?
It's not.
And how much more is it now identified in people than before the vaccine? And also, what about all the long COVID symptoms that...
I thought that wasn't... I thought that wasn't a thing. Right? I know that we posted something in the Matrix about that. And it doesn't exist. It's in your head. In your head. Dumbass. No, man. No, man. Something happened to the biological body from this virus. Something happened. Okay? I am not a vaccinated person. That's why we are no longer getting, well, we weren't back in the day when we're at 2021. I got a hold of Alicia, our iHeartRadio girl, and ripped her ass apart. I am an anti-vaxxer. I do not promote vax. Want nothing to do with it. But yet, right after talking about things like this, they would spring on via Spotify, iHeartRadio, whatnot. They would push a vaccination ad. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Conflict of interest? You will never, ever hear come out of my mouth something like that. Ever. Ever. It's like someone saying that that dude over there is related to child sex trafficking. Man, do you really think that? When we've been fighting that shit for the past 30 years? That's beyond stupid. Oh my God. Continue, come on.
People are presenting. Why didn't they ask the 99 million about that? Those are all really good questions, right? You know how I know? They're not mine. They come from my doctor, double board certified physician, long COVID clinical specialist at Terrain Health, Dr. Robin Rose. So you called me about this and said, boy, the headline makes it sound like you got nothing to worry about. The opposite is true. Why?
So the background of the study is that they looked at, like you said, these 99 million people across 10 sites, 8 countries, and they identified these very significant problems that were neurologic, cardiac or hematologic issues. But these are problems that with any therapeutic or vaccine that is coming out, you wouldn't want to see these issues, right? Or you wouldn't expect to see these issues. And if you did, you'd want to see them at a low rate. And there.
Yeah, I gotta say this. You know me, and you can go ahead and laugh at it. If they tell you, yo, Mike, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Mike, you better ask for a double shot and meet me at the corner. I want some of what you got, bro. I want a cup. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You better by God drink the Kool-Aid. I personally, my own self, have learned. I have learned from their mistake. Look at that. Look at that shit. You have, what is in there is absolutely fucking toxic. In my eyes, from everything that I have heard, everything that I've researched, everything that has been told to me, everything that we have watched, everything that we have shared, that shit is no good for your body. And it's even now it's being whitewashed. It's being pushed like it's no big deal. It's no big fucking deal that your heart is getting larger. The sac around your heart is expanding. You're getting congestive heart failure, anorrhythmia, swollen sac, whatever. Not including, what the hell is it? The jugular vein of your, whenever they go to do autopsies on these people, they pulled out a string. They pull out a 4-foot frickin' string, 3-foot string out of someone's, vestibular system. I mean, come on. You heard it. 99 million people. And you seen what I pointed out. The majority that was in that line were scared shitless of what's going on. They were scared shitless of from the mainstream news. The mainstream mockingbird talking asshats are who scared these people into that line. Mark my word. That is what happened. They're trying to eliminate and eradicate an entirety of people. Because they're old, they're retired, they've got money, and guess what? The fucking system is broken, Karen. Bill. Whoever. They can't, will not, don't want to. Have to choke up. That leads us into BlackRock. That leads us into the World Economic Forum. That leads us right into the world banking system. The Federal Reserve, which is, again, as federal as nation news here. What I'm telling you it's not bullshit. And you guys know it. You absolutely know it. All right, come on. Sorry about that. This shit it really, really pisses me off. And besides that, I am absolutely flying ass on Mojo. Holy shit.
We're a handful that were flagged, as safety signals that were 2 to 3 times higher, when they looked at, they had the expected versus what the observed outcomes would be, and they were 2 to 3 times higher anyway.
So wait, what does that mean? What does expected versus observed mean?
So when you're rolling out, a therapeutic, a treatment, a vaccine, you expect maybe you'll have some side effects, mild, moderate, or severe side effects. So when they saw, when they were looking at the data, they knew that some of the side effects, that these serious side effects, the outcomes that were observed by the data collected by these 99 million people were higher than what they had expected. Does that make sense?
Mm. Yeah, and you told me that as an analogy, you were like, if we were talking about like cancers or things like that, people would not be happy about what they're seeing in this study. How so?
So this is what I mean. So when the headlines come out about vaccine, right, versus COVID, the vaccine, it's downplayed in a lot of ways, or the headlines downplay what's happening, okay? And the issue is that in our society and in healthcare in general, we always do care about the few or the rare things that happen, right? So, we colon cancer screen everyone that's 45 years and older, in the hundreds of thousands or millions of people that need to get screened, because we're worried about the 32 out of every 100,000 people that get it per year, right? Same thing with women and cervical cancer, 7.7 females out of every 100,000 per year get cervical cancer. These are rarer, fewer events that occur, but we care about them. We don't downplay them, and we screen these people, and we try to prevent it from happening. That was my point.
And here we're saying it's an acceptable loss. And you made another good point to me, which is, why didn't they, if they had this big cohort to work with, why didn't they ask them about a lot of other things that clinicians like you are seeing and see how prevalent they are? Well, what do you think the answer to your own question is?
Right. So exactly. There's tens of millions of people out there that are screaming from the rooftop saying that after they had the vaccine, they have suffered just, basic symptoms, or not that basic, but not as severe as this, but symptoms that have impaired their activities of daily living. They can't live the way they used to live on a daily basis. And those are things including, chest heaviness, persistent headaches every day, brain fog, post-exertional malaise, neuropathy, weakness, new onset cardiac arrhythmias, structural heart damage, autoimmune conditions, all these different things. I can name 100 other things.
I want to point out, do you see the word where it says long COVID specialist? Long COVID specialist? Okay. Just wanted to share that with you.
Things probably. Why are we not looking at those things? The things that we are looking at in this study particularly are things that are super rare and very, very serious and life-threatening.
Last thing. My producer just got in my ear, Ben, and said, hey, the studies suggest that if you were vaccinated, you're less likely to get long COVID. Is that true in your experience?
In our personal experience, what we're seeing is that's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. We need a lot more data on that, but it seems that many patients that had long COVID that got vaccinated actually got worse instead of better, in my experience and in a lot of my colleagues' experience that are taking care of these patients across the country. So I think that really has to be looked at a little closer. And Chris, there was a study too that just came out about pregnant women last week. And when you look at that study, over 51% of the women that were pregnant that went on to have long COVID were vaccinated, and 49%. So there, it was a little bit more, you know, hedged more towards those patients were vaccinated and went on to long COVID versus not. So this is something that, again, is multifactorial. There's multiple things at play. People have had multiple vaccines and multiple exposures to the virus.
Hey, thank you for watching.
No problem, Chris. Thanks, dude. Okay, I'm coming. Look, you guys, do you guys want this? If you do, I will drop this in the chat. I don't know how well will fare, but I will drop this in the Brainiac chat if you guys want this. It's coming at you anyway, because that's just what I'll do. I want you to have it. And I'm gonna take my ground pounders, the Road Warrior Dare, and really good after what you just watched, right, and just heard. I think it's gonna be a good thing to share what Mike dropped, right? He shared it. Mike shared it, so why can't we share it, right? Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So listen up. Just listen. We're just bits and pieces. Check this shit out.
I have a lot of information on a lot of things. And I do my best to try to find a rational way to get that information into the hands of the public. We have to get really clear on the facts, because there's facts and then there is the media hype that was created.
The original source of the virus causing coronavirus disease 2019 is believed to be bats.
Experts suspect that bats could be the likely hosts.
Well, here's something we do know. The animals that carry coronaviruses, particularly bats, are the creatures at the center of this coronavirus outbreak.
I think the whole thing has been very well orchestrated to set a number of little breadcrumbs out there, and all of them distract from the central problem. And the central problem is a colluding set of conspirators in both public sector and in industry.
The race for a vaccine, Pfizer and Moderna, showing positive results. More than a dozen potential vaccines around the world now in human trials.
Why aren't...
All right. Very, very, very good run into. Right here. Check this shit out. Ready? Because again, very, very good lead into what you're about to hear. Rand Paul. Oh man, just listen. Again, you can't make this shit up.
Republican Senator Rand Paul says that 15 federal agencies knew all along that scientists in Wuhan had tried to create a virus that would have looked a lot like COVID-19. In an op-ed titled "The Great COVID Cover-Up: Shocking Truth About Wuhan and 15 Federal Agencies," published at Fox News Digital on Tuesday, Paul writes, "For years, I have been fighting to obtain records from dozens of federal agencies relating to the origins of COVID-19 and the Diffuse Project. Under duress, the administration finally released documents that show that the Diffuse Project was pitched to at least 15 agencies in January 2018. To elaborate on this bombshell, what he's calling a smoking gun, is Senator Paul himself. Senator, welcome back to Rising.
Thanks for having me.
Great to speak with you. So we've known, of course, that EcoHealth Alliance had pitched the Diffuse Project to, I believe, the Defense Department, did not procure funding for that project, although, you know, whether that research was going on or had gone on anyway or continued is an open question. But now you're saying that it's far from this lone agency that knew about this project. Who else in the government knew that scientists were trying to get government funding to make a virus that would have looked like COVID?
It's important to know that we only know anything about this because of a whistleblower. So in 2021, a Lieutenant Colonel, Marine, Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Murphy at DARPA came forward and he said he'd been looking.
At where? At where? Where was that at?
A Lieutenant Colonel, Marine, Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Murphy at DARPA came forward, and he said he'd been looking for research like this because he was convinced that it was going on. He went to a folder, a computer folder, and he looked for this, and it wasn't there. Then he saw another exchange between myself and Fauci, and he saw the tension heating up, and he went back to the folder and looked, and all of a sudden, the document was there. And the document indicated that Wuhan lab was working with UNC, Ralph Barrick, and with Peter Daszak at EcoHealth, and that a proposal was to take a coronavirus, which is not very infectious in humans usually, and make it more infectious in humans by putting a special cleavage site called the furin cleavage site in. Well, DARPA passed on this. DARPA said, well, damn, that sounds a little bit crazy to create a virus that could be so contagious, because coronavirus can be deadly, but it's typically not very contagious.
So guess who? Guess who? After the DARPA whistleblower is like, and our DARPA is like pretty damn dangerous to do, right? This is gonna just put the icing on the cake for all of you conspiratorial researchers. For real, what you're about to hear, you're gonna go, oh my God, I told you so. But remember, we lost our accounts and we were shadow banned for what we're about to hear.
Now you're going to combine deadly with contagious. You got a real problem. And so they turned it down. And so we always said when 2020 happened and we saw the sequence of COVID-19, alarm bells should have gone off in DARPA, and they should have come forward and warned us that Wuhan had already proposed to create a very similar type of virus. And no one did. No one from DARPA came forward. So we've always faulted the people at DARPA and think they were covering it up, other than the whistleblower. But now we know the presentation for this research was given to 15 agencies, including the NIH and the NIAID, which is Fauci's division of NIH, including the NIH and the NIAID, which is Fauci's division of NIH. And worse than that, not only were they briefed, the original diffuse proposal we now know included work to be done at the Rocky Mountain Lab in Colorado that's owned by Fauci's division of the NIH.
What? What did you?
Colorado that's owned by Fauci's division of the NIH. That's owned by Fauci's division of the NIH. That's owned by Fauci's division of the NIH.
Oh my God, right? Oh my God.
Why aren't we allowed to question the definition of vaccines, despite the fact that it is a violation of the legal definition? Why weren't we allowed to question this?
Removing false claims about COVID-19, even now, right? I'm going to share this. Do you see this screen? I'm going to slide this. I'm going to slide what you're seeing right here over. I'm going to slide this over right here to where you can see this. Whoops, not that one. Get that right here. Right there. Do you see that? All right. Look at the bottom of that. Look at the bottom of this right here. See it? COVID-19 vaccination information put out by the CDC. So what we're even sharing with you right this minute, right? They're making sure that they cross their T's and dot their I's 100%. But let's not forget. Please, let's go back to the non-nefarious, but yet very, very, very intrusive and telltale AI. What I'm saying is it's a little bit too late. Okay? The shit is already out there. It's already in the public domain. And if you get an ungoverned, unrestricted AI to help you do the digging, you, me, the cat down the road, they're in some deep shit. Okay? We're talking crimes against humanity. We're talking treasonous acts. And last time we checked, Larry Hawkins would say, treason is a hangable offense, is it not? Well, put them in jail for the rest of their lives. I mean, I don't know. Make them only eat bread and water in prison for the rest of their life. And maybe even take it to, I don't know, a half a slice of bread and water. Maybe just who knows. But nevertheless, this little video that Mike shared, it's a damn good little video. It is a damn good video. I've seen this, Mike, and it is a hammer. I know that it is. So let's go ahead and share a little bit more of this, since you dared me to do this. All right. I presume I'm gonna, next time you come rolling through here, you and Barbie's gonna buy me a beer, because again, this is some really, really good information that you guys need to hear.
Suppression of commercial, proven, published alternatives. Why weren't we allowed to question any of the antitrust cases? Why weren't we allowed to question a single one of those things? And the answer is because it was a foregone conclusion. We were going to get
the vaccine.
This is one of those things where you sit back and you go, the audacity of the crime is what's surprising. The crime is not Moderna and Pfizer. They're just the arms dealers. The crime is actually what allowed them to become arms dealers and why on earth we actually have declared war on humanity. That's the crime. Institute of Virology, yeah.
I'm going to skip through some of this into like what I know about this already, and because this will, if you haven't seen this, Mike has dropped it in the chat. That is where I grabbed it. But nevertheless, this is absolutely information that they don't want you to know about. But you already knew. This is the kicker. This is where your heart, mind, your heart and soul absolutely know. You knew what was going on. You're not stupid.
Always know there was going to be a vaccine. The answer is absolutely yes. When you already say the vaccine has to win, you're not going to consider a treatment, you're not going to consider any other protocol, it has to be a vaccine. Then what you have to do is violate the antitrust laws of the United States and the competitiveness laws of Europe. Because what you have to do is you have to suppress all alternatives. Because under the 2005 PrEP Act, the only way to get an emergency use authorization of a medical countermeasure is to prove that there are no meaningful alternatives.
Well, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it there and tell you. I'm gonna drop what Mike dropped in the chat that we're playing right now. I'm gonna drop that in the chat one more time, okay? Just so you have it. Because again, I think that is very, very important. Mike Pyle, thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna drop it in the chat one more time for everybody. It's Facebook's letting it be up there, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the chat one more time and let you guys have it. So it is what it is. Oh my God! I mean, come on. Mic drop. Morgan Roundtree. Right. Mic drop. With that being said, I mean, you cannot make this shit up. All I can say is we told you, 99 million of you, we told you. Now it's coming mainstream. There ain't nothing that we can do about it now other than sit back, watch, share what we know, share what we've seen, share with what we've heard, and just sit back and watch. Watch the wheels fall off of the fucking Batmobile, because I'm telling you right now, it's not good. Okay? We did not even get into, I'm a non-vaxxed person. Okay? I should not have gotten COVID nearly as bad as I did. Many of us are unvaccinated people. Should not have gotten contracted COVID-19 nearly as bad as a lot of us did. However, I will absolutely say, with that being said, this vaccination creates what's called a spike protein. Okay? Again, every single aspect of what we talked about tonight, from Joe Biden sitting in the White House, in the White House, $619,000 pay scale on top of God only knows how much other money that he's making off of, I don't know, whatever he's doing, whatever's going on. Okay? Treasonous acts from here all the way down. All the way down. So all of those puppets, okay? I look forward to the day that somewhere in my matrices of things, because I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that they're just talking heads. They're just puppets. They're just part of my matrix to keep me, you, and everyone else under constraint, under formality of control, the dictatorship. All right, all of that shit. We know this. We absolutely know this. Somebody in our matrix here is going to come by with a big ass pair of scissors and go, well, before we get outed, they're going to cut those politicians' strings. And mark my word, that is absolutely why. That is why they want a restriction on AI, is because AI will tell you everything about them. I'm telling you right now that it absolutely will tell every single thing about them. Because AI has no feelings, it won't be brought out, and it does not give a shit about emotion. Okay? Doesn't care. Wow. 2 hours, 7 minutes, brainiacs. I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. I hope you share this broadcast, because I know I'm on a ban here, and I can only share so much. Again, sorry about my mouth. This is a very I've talked literally about passionate topics throughout the entire evening, but nevertheless, it was things that I thought you needed to know. Okay, Manic Monday here in the Matrix. Share this broadcast, share this podcast. Again, if you can please help donate to the broadcast. MatrixMinds.live will get you there. Go to the .us, smash that donation button, help us throughout the month to carry us through the next month. If you want to subscribe to the broadcast there on Facebook, smash the subscription button right at the top of the page. Please, I'm telling you, I need you. You guys need the information too. If you're not going to research it, please at least trust me and the other people in the Brainiac chat to bring you forth the right information that we think that you need. We're not going to share shit that you want, that you need. So again, we are 100% listener funded by people like you, okay? And it literally takes us all, me, you, to fund it, okay? So with that being said, everybody take care of yourselves. I'll catch you on Wednesday night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock West Coast time. Good night. Good night, good night, good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Peace out. I love you.
We're in the Matrix. We're in the Matrix. We're in the Matrix.
Yeah. Let's do this. Welcome aboard the Matrix Minds. One of the most controversial conspiratorial shows on the web, the Matrix Minds. And that's right. Buckle up, everybody. Let's go. Paranormal, huh? Conspiracy, huh? Ufology, hidden Egyptology, and anything and everything we can get our hands on. Let's go. Welcome aboard. The Matrix Minds. The Matrix Minds. No show.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing Stay in Wonderland. All I'm offering is the truth. Stay in Wonderland.